Hi, Linda, marhaba.
Shalom, shalom.
Oh, I've got my cardamom tea.
And I've got
Oh,
Israeli wine to celebrate. We are here to celebrate the agreement that is being signed between the United Arab Emirates and Israel. L'chaim.
so amazing. And I think very poignant for us. We've worked together, UAE and Israel, for quite a long time. We've had our ups and downs and our challenges that we are going to discuss as we go through these videos. And first of all, let's introduce ourselves, or let's introduce each other.
Yes.
This is my wonderful Israeli Jewish New Yorker living in Tel Aviv. And you've been there quite a long time, I think, now, coming on.
Yes, 30 years. I came when I was just a child. Yes, many years.
Let me do 20. And we've met because we're in a similar industry. You do a lot of communications training and one-to-one coaching on communications. So that's given us the wonderful chance to work together, which, can I add before I forget?
Mm-hmm.
As of today, I can telephone you. Yesterday, all lines to Israel from the UAE were blocked. So that's fantastic. But
Yay. So that's why when I tried to call you on WhatsApp, you couldn't answer me. And now I'm not insulted. At first, I thought you just didn't want to take my call. Okay, we're good. And let me introduce Paula Cox, who is a coach extraordinaire to leaders around the world. She was jet setting her way around the world. And she has been in the United Emirates also for a good number of years. Yes, Paula, how long?
coming on 13 now. Yeah.
Originally from Britain.
Yay. Britain. I've not heard Britain for ages. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think if you could explain, Linda, something to me, the things that we're going to address are we're going to welcome questions. It's for people like us at grassroots doing business together, UAE and Israel. And I think just sharing some fun cultural information of how we will do business. One of the things that bothers me the most, just the one item we're going to talk about today, is how direct and assertive Israelis are. And I mean that with the greatest respect, because they're also very, very warm and welcoming people. In the UAE, we take things very slow, very gentle, it's very relationship based. Can you explain why, when I first started working with you, I thought you were very aggressive? I learned
Me?
you're not.
More?
What? Explain to me what's going on there.
Yeah, I've been in Israel for a while, and Israelis pride themselves on being dugri, which is actually Arabic for being direct. We are direct. So much that we expect when we come to a business meeting, we talk to you for an hour or two, and we close the whole deal. That's what we expect. But at the same time, like you said, we are very warm and inviting and hospitable. That comes together with the directness. You're my friend right away. I want to talk to you. I want to do business with you. Great, let's close the deal. But like you were saying, not every culture is like that.
Yeah, and I think by the time you've got to the deal, we're still kind of drinking Arabic coffee here and asking about each other's families. So that's one of the main cultural differences that's going to happen. And the other quick thing, and I know we said this would be a quick video, the 1st one. I've been in meetings with Israelis, and again, I've got used to them, and I know how warm and friendly they are. All of a sudden, somebody else will walk in and start talking, or they'll make a phone call. Nothing to do with the meeting. What is that?
Yeah, okay. So according to Israelis, it would be, what's the big deal? He just came in. I just had to answer him. It'll just take a second, but I'm with you. It's certainly not meant to be an insult. And that's really important in the kind of work that we do. It's not meant to be an insult. It's just somebody came in, I took care of it, back to you. But I'm sure that you would see it very differently. That is true, and that's a big problem.
And I think that, as I said at the beginning, the great thing about me and you working together for quite a long time is we've got so much insight into things we just both need to be aware of. And we're here to help people like us in the UAE and Israel do business together. Agreed?
Yes, yes, I would love that. And as a matter of fact, I think we have ideas of other people, some guests that we could bring on who could bring interesting perspectives on that as well.
Got a joint friend who grew up in Bahrain and worked in Dubai, now lives in Tel Aviv.
That's right. She's perfect, because now we're on our way to an agreement with Bahrain as well. Israelis are celebrating, let me tell you. So yeah, we are going to have a whole series of different aspects of communicating and how to talk to people between the United Arab Emirates and Israel.
I'm so looking forward to it, Linda. I couldn't be doing it with a better person. And
my pleasure. You're the best.
Have a great
Okay. Thank you, dear.
Bye.
Bye.